Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we headed off into the Praetorium. We took on the ultimate weapon and put a stop to Gaius' ambitions. We entered the post-game of A Realm Reborn, which opened up a lot of stuff. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. So, here's what happened. Everything under the Praetorium, under here, all of this, I had to go and do off video. So, a lot of dungeons. Not only that, the Relic Reborn for the Chimera. Everything under Cape Westwind, essentially, I had to do as well. And including the extremes as well. So, a lot of stuff got unlocked. I got the Coils unlocked. So, we got that going for us. So, we're now ready to tackle Coils. Thankfully, I have somebody who was willing to help me pull me through the Coils unsynced, because you're not going to find people to do Coils in the Duty Finder. You're just not going to. So, I also got geared up with level 60 gear, because I hit level 60. So, awesome. The weapon isn't exactly what I wanted it to be, but I got my overall glamour back for my healers. I also got this going for me. It's not at the stage where I want it to be, but I'll work on it off video. It's the next stage where I gotta get the Styrus too. But yeah, we got Coils as we gotta do. So I'll probably put all the Coils in one video. We'll just see how long it takes. So let's head on to Coils. Tell them that I'm ready to go. Thankfully, Coils Unsynced is pretty simple. You don't need a full party. At least I don't think you need a full party for the full thing. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Alright. Coils has a pretty good story to it. It's been a long time since I actually seen the Coils story. But it's pretty good from what I remember and what people have told me. Alright. Oh good. Double White Mage Party. Alright, the problem is, it's been a long time since I did turn 1, so I don't really remember what exactly is done for turn 1. I think if I remember right, it's just a bunch of ads. But, well, I'll be able to survive better at level 60, I'd rather not take my chances. The high-end duties and Heaven's Ward and above, the scars up by the calamity. I can scarce breathe the surfeit of ether. Tell me, have you seen corrupted crystals such as these? Such crystals manifested across the realm when the course of the great river of ether was irrevocably altered 5 years ago. Behold, one of the objects that caused the alteration, a fragment of the lesser moon Dalamud. Ancient ally created Dalamud, or meteor, to use Garlean. To use the Guardian name, to serve as a celestial prison for Bahamut. Its fall inflicted grievous wounds upon the land, wounds that you have yet to heal, as is evident from the corrupted crystals. Oh, it's an elegant node. Amazing. Dalamud's internal defenses still function in spite of everything, a testament to the ingenuity of the Alligans. The Guardians seek to appropriate their advanced technology, I'm sure of it. We are about to come face to face with secrets that have long lain buried within the sands of time. Great dangers may lie beyond, but we have come too far to turn back. The truth of the calamity is within reach. I do like the music though, because it's pretty. It's answers. Yeah, we shouldn't have too many problems, at least for a while. I don't know how long we can go into the Coils without recruiting more help. But we'll find out. Ooh. Look at that! It's the wing of Bahamut! God's preserve. Dark wings that would engulf the very heavens. God, they're fucking big. These can only belong to Bahamut, the primal who laid the Aores to waste 5 years ago. I can't know. My grandfather sought to imprison Bahamut anew by invoking the power of the 12. Alas, the Dreadworm proved too powerful and he soon broke free of his confines. Yet, instead of resuming the destruction he had begun, Bahamut vanished. Whether to, no one knew, until this day. But I do not understand. If Bahamut is truly a primal, how is that he retains his physical form? Did Grandpa defeat him? Or is there some other explanation? We must press on if we are to learn the truth. There is another cutscene that involves the grandfather. Ooh, look who it is. The grandfather and Bahamut. Flames of Truth. I don't know if that plays you here or not, but I believe you can watch it through the main menu. It's kind of a continuation off of the opening movie. Jeez. Yeah, you can tell. It's like ridiculous how fast things die. There's a treasure coffer down there, beyond yonder. Good, we got frickin'. You can't see it, but I got an X potion. They got, and my helper got some high elixirs and X ethers. kind of amazing how big this place is. There's such a difference in power. Oh, no, I did not want to do that. Absolutely not. It's a serpent! Alright, Coils 1 is down. We've got lots more to go. It's a nice fancy bracelet. Fancy earring. I don't care about the rest. All right. I have to wait for my party leader to queue us up because I'm not the leader. Oh, I remember this one. Vaguely. Isn't this shit like timed to something? I think going about this normally, if you beat a certain number of nodes, it makes the final node easier, if I remember correctly. You just went in a circle. Woo! Alright, we're at the ADS. Alright, turn 2 is done. What do we get? What is this? Looks cool. Actually, I'll never wear it because I'm not going to be using any of those classes. This is also an excuse because I still need to put the coils for the trophies for PlayStation 5. I think there's 5 turns in total. At least for the first one. There's 3 different sets. There's this one, there's the second binding of coils, and there's the final one. Ooh. The engine room. The Ragnarok. I don't remember this one at all. Have I ever done this turn before? Because before you only had to do a certain turn in order to unlock the second coils. I definitely don't remember this one. I don't think I ever did this one on my main. Whee! All right. Yeah, I definitely do not remember this. I definitely did not do this turn on my main. I only did the turns that were necessary to unlock the next sets on my main back when I was unlocking this years ago. We're going so far down. Yeah, normally at this level I'd have A-Size, I'd have Asylum, I'd have Tetragrammaton, I'd have Thin Air, but since I haven't hit Heaven's Award yet, I don't have access to those skills. I would also have Stone 4 or Stone 3, and I think Arrow 2 will still stay the same. Beam me up. Well, at least when we get to heaven, obviously when we get to Heaven's Word, we won't be able to do all the White Mage's story all at once, because I think some of those story quests will take us into areas that we have to unlock as we go through the story. Going down below. Yeah, I Whee! I'm just gonna experience, because this is totally this whole turn is new to me, because I didn't do this turn. So Coils is a mix of both blind and not blind. That's it? That's it? What? All right, no cutscene. Huh? All right, just go straight into it. I see. Turn 4. Facility. Operating the terminal. Alright, down we go. The drive cylinder. Oh. No, I don't remember those. The mimics from Final Fantasy XII. There's so many of them. Or not. I definitely don't remember this turn either. Yeah, I think I only did turn 1 and then turn 5 before. Normally I could just skip it all and do that too, but you know, you gotta experience the whole thing. Before I was in it just for the completion. Now I'm here for the story. God damn, these turns are fast. Useless to me. Ah, it's useless to me. All right. All right, turn 5. There's actually stuff to do in this one. I actually tried to solo this a couple days ago just for the hell of it. Bahamut's hand. The claw. God damn, look at the size of this thing. I forgot how big this was. Bahamut is no small creature. Look at the thing. Oh my god. I forgot that this was actually his hand that we fight on. This is more rather gone a little smoother than I expected. It is indeed convenient to have a hero on hand. Gods, that the cavern should open up again, even at this depth. This resembles a finger. It is a finger. It's his hand. And so it should. This is Bahamut's hand. It's fucking huge. As with the wings, it seems to be frozen, and for that I can count my blessings. But again, I found myself wondering, how is it able to retain its physical form? I had assumed that Bahamut's reversion to ether was the cause of the widespread changes of the realm, but if he's still here, then that theory no longer holds. What was... Oh, I gotta take the pic... Oh, I can't take the picture because I have my chat up. What was it then that brought the realm's sudden regeneration? There's still so much we don't know about Cart now. I have the slightest inkling of how deep this cavern's run, but we must continue. Yes. Jeez. Uh-oh. Wyverns! Oh, look who it is. This one might be a little bit more of a challenge. So this is what killed me when I tried soloing this thing. This thing will knock you far across the field. If you hit the flames, you're instantly dead, no matter how much HP you have. No! Oh. Now I can put the waiting game for it to pop back up. See what I mean? All right. Let's not stand next to him. So if I don't stand anywhere near him, in theory, if he's not standing in the direction he's coming in, we should be fine. In case, yeah, we just split up. Oh, hey. Well, that was easier than last time. Alright, we skipped the whole thing. Alright, what do we got? You get the pretty, well, I wouldn't say cool, but decent stuff. That's required if you want to make the answers roll. Now I gotta get the next phase unlocked. Ooh. Activate the lift. Where does this take me? This contraption. Is it used to control the saturation of ether? I suppose there's only one way to find out. The dragon you vanquished earlier. Doubtless you noticed the peculiar contraption about its neck. It was likely a receptor of some description. The user enslaved the creature. Ancient Alec possessed the means to control dragons, it would seem. The Ish Guardians would kill for this knowledge, though to be sure, it could be as easily be brought to bear against them. An army of dragons could turn the tide of any battle, as the Guardians once learned to their sorrow. I would not be the least bit surprised if they now sought to exploit this power. Whatever their plans, this serves as a reminder of the might of the Allegans. One cannot help but wonder how so advanced a civilization came to fall. Something's happening. Something moved. The lights are on. Gods be good. What is it? Oh, it's the head of Bahamut. Good lord, look at that thing. This is Bahamut's head. Look at the size of it. That enormous crystal. It pulsates as if it were a heart. Then the primal that had awakened. Was Bahamut all this time? No. This cannot be true. Then this will mean that grandfather died for naught. Confound it, we do not know enough to strike at it now. We must withdraw. Who is that? No, it can't be. Grandfather, is that truly you? Oh. Louisois. Who the hell's the other guy? No, don't leave me again, please. Grandfather! And he's gone. I know, we can do no more for now. Oh, Alize. Alright. I need to get out of here. How do you get out of here? Oh, right there. Oh, more scenes. Where are we at? Oh, we're in Northern Thanalan. This looks like... How did we come to be in Northern Thanalan of all places? Oh, but such details matter little. Grandfather's alive, Cecila. But Bahamut did not defeat him. But why won't he return to us? I don't understand. This expedition has yielded more questions than it did answers. At any rate, we should both be better for a rest. Let us return to the waking sands and reflect upon what we have seen. Thank you, Cecila. Without you, none of this would have been possible. Go back to the waking sands! Alright. Hopefully this leads into the unlock of the second Coils. Aha, here we go. Urianja. I'm full glad I am for thy safe return. Lady Alize hath appraised me of thy many experiences. As thou wilt doubtless be aware, Master Louisois was my lady's grandsire. Greatly concerned was I for her safety, but 'twould seem why I would not have been so. With all my heart, I do thank you for watching over her. But come thou, I must speak with Mistress Alize upon that which transpired within the binding coil. May it serve to bring us closer to the truth of the calamity. Well, need answers. Shall we begin then? Urianger, I hope understand you have a report of your own to share with us? Aye, my lady, even though thou didst emerge from the depths, an etheric disturbance betokening primal activity was observed, and Mordona wasn't marked first. By comparison of time and magnitude, we have since deduced its origin, the Cartano Flats. Strange, there have been no reports of primal activity in that region. It could only have been Bahamut. That would certainly explain how we came to be north of Thanalan. Somehow the cavern took us all the way from Vilbrand to the heart of to Adelnard. 'Twould seem so, my lady. It is all but certain, then. After Bahamut disappeared 5 years ago, he hid himself deep beneath Cartano, and has been since laying dormant, regenerating. Aye, my lady. Taken together with thine own account of Bahamut's continued presence, land's slowness to heal, and the disorder of the etheric currents do point to one conclusion. Bahamut stirreth. If it left unchecked, the primal shall drink of Eorzea's life force till he doth waken to rain upon ruin upon the land. Rest assured, I do not mean to give up, Sasla. Bahamut may still live, but so too does grandfather. For the past 5 years, he's been keeping vigil over his nemesis, making it certain that the Bahamut does not escape. Master Louisoix doth yet live? I durst not to hope. And thou art certain 'twas no mere manifestation of thine all too sorely felt grief? I know how desperate this may sound, Urianger, but I saw him with my own 2 eyes, as did Cecil. But he vanished deeper into the labyrinth before we had a chance to speak. 2 more like fragments of Dalmud pierced the earth when the lesser moon fell, one we have seen. If we can find but the other 2, I'm certain that we'll find grandfather as well. If thou so believest, my lady, then I too shall have faith. If it pleases you, I shall notify the Grand Companies of this development. All Eorzea must stand united if we are to avert a repeat of the calamity. That will not be necessary, Urianger. Being the great conciliator that he is, Alpha Node will seek to unite Eorzea on his own accord. If rumors are true, that endeavor is already well underway. So let us leave the diplomacy to the diplomat while we continue our investigation of Bahamut. I swear to you, no matter what it takes, we will find my grandfather and uncover the whole truth of the calamity. Cecil, you have heard me swear to do these things, but without your strength I cannot hope to make good of my word. The danger to Eorzea is not past. For the sake of all who abide here, I pray that you will ever be our sword in the darkness. It's a little late to be telling me that now. Another turn in the coil. A crystal choke abyss lieth deep beneath the Cartano Flats, unholy cradle of an elder primal, and by thy hand the truths great and terrible wrested from those once celestial depths. Yet, as is oft the case, an answer doth breed a profusion of questions, and the unknown doth beckon with irresistible allure. Ne'er have the mysteries of the Red Moon lain so neatly within our grasp. Lady Alisaie has sent word of her coming. 'Tis time once more to brave the precipice and leap unflinching into the jagged wound that doth gape into the beneath the land. Alright, guy. Mine apologies. I trust that you have not kept you waiting over long. You just left! Cecil, I am both delighted and reassured to have you on my side once more. I will not waste your time with trivialities. Let's proceed directly to the discussion of which we have learned, and that which we hope to learn anon. Initially, it was the evidence of a new primal that led us to delve into the cavern beneath the Castrum Alcidines and to explore the subterranean scars up after the fall of Dalamud. As you well recall, what we found was a vast, largely intact fragment of the fallen satellite, and within the depths of that structure we discovered not the new primal we had expected, but the broken form of Bahamut himself. Yet, even this great revelation would soon be overshadowed by the appearance of our own dear grandfather. I have since shared our sundry findings with Ramboros, preeminent scholar of the son of the Saint Koinok, and he in turn did kindly furnish me with this theory concerning the elder primal's elegant prison. 'Twould seem that Dalamud was constructed to gather unto itself the rays of the sun, and thence channel this radiant bounty onto the crystal tower. The ancient saw great potential in Bahamut's capacity to manipulate energies of otherwise unmanageable magnitude. 'Twas for this reason that they did bind him within the Red Moon, to serve its living core. Do you remember the sight that greeted us with the culmination of our journey? The colossal device that surrounded and seemed to cradle the incomplete form of the elder primal? From the information provided to us by the sons of the Saint Konak, we have learned that these contraptions were termed internment hulks, and that each bore the designation of Ragnarok class. The purpose of these hulks is believed to be twofold. First, they are meant to act as binding coils, rendering Bahamut incapable of escape. And second, they are meant to feed him. Perversely, the self-same energy which prevents him from moving also serves to sustain his corporeal manifestation. Bahamut is permitted to neither die nor to truly live. He is merely allowed to be. For century upon century was the elder primal thus imprisoned, bound about in fetters so subtle that in their working, and yet so adamant that his cell would be destroyed. Bahamut lieth at the mercy of his long departed captors. It has long been held that the primals require the prayers of their faithful followers to exist, yet none alive worship Bahamut. Could it be that the Allagans found a way to stimulate prayer itself? It seems the only logical explanation. What I would postulate, therefore, that the regenerative mechanisms in question also supply something akin to the power of prayer. Consequently, if all the internment hulks were to be rendered inactive, Bahamut should dissolve into the ether. Upon the evidence of thy previous foray, we determined that the elder primal was sustained by 3 such binding coils. Thus did we commence to scour the realm, and found in the 12's wood as an yet unexplored fragment of the lesser moon bearing the most familiar etheric signature. And after conducting a preliminary investigation, we believe we have discovered a point from which the North Shroud fragment and the second of the intermittent hulks can be entered. As I yours has stored in the darkness, I would have you once more lead the charge. I will, of course, be there by your side. Once you have made your preparations, head for Falgor Float. Oops, I skipped that whole dialogue. I will break these Algan fetters, for they bind my grandfather. Surely they bind Bahamut. Alright, off to Falgord. Alright. Cecil, I've been expecting you. My name is Anele. I've been accorded the rank of lieutenant within the Order of the Twin Adder, and that I may better assist Lady Alize with her endeavors here at the Twellswood. Such authority has allowed me to act without interference from local soldiery, and to conduct a preliminary investigation of the Alder Springs fragments. From what we have seen on the exterior, the structure shares many common features that with the one you explored in Nonosia, and likely pays host to a similar complement of guardians. But I fear words alone will do little to prepare you for what lies ahead. Pray seek out my comrade to the south and west. He is charged with observing all that occurs in the vicinity of the fragment, and will be well placed to show you the thing if nothing else. Down below. That's a fragment right there. What business brings you to this broken land? Unless you fancy being grounded to a bloody pulp under the granite fists of a wandering golem, I suggest you bugger off. Excuse me, sir. Oh, my apologies, madam. Lady Alize did send word of your impending arrival, but it would seem I've grown rather too accustomed to shooing away curious sellswords and reckless explorers. Behold, if you will, one of the fallen shards of the Red Mood Dalamud. Our initial survey uncovered no evidence of the Empire's presence, which, while fortunate in itself, meant that the approach to the fragment had yet to be cleared. After much effort, however, we succeeded in carving out a semblance of a path which should grant you access to the entrance, and that, I'm afraid, is where our progress ended. The interior? Well, assuming this architecture of this hulk resembles the first, master's controls you seek will be located at the bottommost layer, past all the ingenious ingenious and deadly defenses of which ancient Allagans seemed so indecently fond. If you would know more, I'm afraid there's nothing for it but to brave the depths of the fragment yourself. Lady Alzay will soon be arriving at Falgord. Pray do not tarry on your way back to the lieutenant's post. What the fuck? I imagine our young mistress will be most eager to commence. Oh. Never mind. The road ahead promises peril plenty. I would humbly suggest that this is not the occasion to stint on preparation of provisions. May the 12th watch over you. Almost there! Ugh. So much talking. Alright, let's get this next Coils unlocked. Mistress Rye, I trust the private's explanation was not worth the journey? More or less. Simply securing an approach to the fragment's entrance proved a monumental task. I dare not think what defeating its inner defenses will entail. If there is aught I might do to aid you. Miss Lady Alley. Oh, my apologies, Master Alphanode. Has there been a change in plan? Urianger informed me of the impending expedition. I merely came to exchange a few words with my fellow scion before she disappeared into the depths of the second coil. Cecilla, though I would strenuously deny it were she present, my sister's admiration and affection for our grandsire exceeds even mine own. Upon the matter of his legacy, therefore, Alizé is wont to go above and beyond the call of duty. In our grandfather's absence, she has made the salvation of Eorzea her personal crusade. 'Twas that which prompted her to brave the perils of the first coil. Yet the fact that she risks her life in this manner is not the greatest of my concerns. No, it is her subsequent fixation upon my grandfather's shade that worries me most. This quest to rid the Bahamut, or the Bahamut, must not become a quest to save a man long dead. My sister needs to have a better reason to fight. A time will come when the fate of the realm rests upon our shoulders, and when it does, we must be strong in our resolve, and certain for the stakes for which we risk all. There is a wide difference between fighting for the good of Eorzea and fighting for the love of a man who died for the good of the Eorzea. Alizé must choose her own path. She cannot rely on grandfather to choose it for her, for he is gone. I am glad it is you with whom she makes this journey. If Alizé has discovered a deeper purpose, and that we're better to find one than at the side of Eorzea's greatest champion. 'Twas there I would found mine after all. But 'tis past time I was gone. Fair fortune to your endeavors, Cecilla. Lieutenant Annalay, was it? I would appreciate you making no mention of my presence here to my sister. Lady Alizé is due to arrive at any moment. I shall abide in confident expectation of your triumphant return. Alright. The second coils are now unlocked. Alright. Now, much like turn 3 and 4, I don't remember this one at all. Yeah, I definitely do not remember this at all. I think I only did like 1 or 2 turns in this whole segment. Dalamud Shadow. So this is still kind of half blind, half not blind. Whoa, that was weird. How strange. Why could we not see all this before? I suppose it was only to be expected that corrupted crystals should accompany a disturbance of this magnitude. After all, the fragment likely pierced due to the ground to a depth of many hundred yalms. The swirling ether leaking from the wound must warp the very air, creating a veil that hides these formations from view. Well, it's not as if we expected this to be a straightforward task, so let's tread carefully, shall we, Cecila? It is imperative that we went through to the depths of the structure and disable the mechanism that powers Bahamut's regeneration. Of course, if we should chance to encounter my grandfather upon the way, I should not let him go again, not while there is hope that he may be saved. But mayhap we should put such thoughts of our own minds until we have successfully gained entrance to the place. An opening up ahead appears to be a suitable point of ingress. Alright. This is trippy. What is this? Oh, it's one of these things. I need your slugs. That was easy. What we got? We've got choker, which I don't want. And something I'll never wear. Alright. Got a fancy bracelet though. And the bracelet's pretty cool. Earrings are pretty cool too. Oh, you can't really see them because of my hair. Can't really see the headpiece either. Doesn't matter. I already got a headpiece. There's 4 turns this time around. And I think the last set only has 3. Yeah, I think I only did like turn forward and that was it. So all these scenes that we're getting, all these turns that I don't remember, these are all new to me. So it's one thing that I have on here that my main doesn't have, which I guess I can easily just go through it on my own. Oh shit! I skipped it. Fuck! Oops. I'm just... Let's just say nothing happens. Let's just say they talked a little bit to open up a door. It's pretty much... Let's go with that. It's a reflex. I'm used to skipping cutscenes on my main that I don't want to see. Like all the mundane side quests, like the boss introductions. It's a reflex. I think that's the first time I've done it. I almost did it a couple times before with Cecil, but I think that was the first time I actually successfully done it. I mean, I can always go back and rewatch it through the stupid Journeyman's book, but. Am I gonna watch it just one scene? No, probably not. But let's just say they talked a little bit, they reminisced, and they opened up a door. Let's just go with that. I just gotta learn to take my hand away from the controller when I go in these cutscenes. Oh. Shit, man. Alright, not skipped. Oh. That's it. Why couldn't I skip this one, not the last one? No, I'm petrified. The Eye of Medusa. Alright, cool. Got another choker. Why'd I agree that when I could have just needed it? That's not gonna make a difference because you can't see chokers with this chest piece anyway. It's turn 4. I'm kind of worried about. We might need more people for turn 4. You'll see. I am reminded of the passages beneath Castle Alcidines. He must have traveled quite some distance below the surface. More of the same tunnels. 12 be good. Sure, they can never continue all the way down from the upper floors. 'Twas difficult to see inside, but I have a terrible feeling these corridors house more of the dreadful guardians we have already faced. It is said that the Algans excelled in the creation of chimerical beasts, and that the Red Moon teemed with 1,000 fantastical monstrosities, all to prevent the enemies of an ancient empire from releasing the elder primal. I wonder the creatures that prowl these halls. Could they be the beloved children of which Niall spoke? Well, this is yet another mystery to ponder upon our return. Shall we continue onwards? Yes. This is another turn I've never done. Oh no! I'm going back! Oh boy. Later! There we go. Oh boy. All right. So we gotta go down. What are we playing now? Oh, one of these things, huh? Good. Machine with many arms. The Avatar. Why is it like targeting me? Rude. Oh no! I died at the last second in the overgrown, oversized machine. I guess I can't say overgrown because you can't really grow as a machine. Ah, got a cool ring. Alright, it's turn 4. I'm a little worried about. Alright. Boy, let's find out. There's a mechanic in this one that I'm kind of worried about. I don't know if this guy, if my friend is able to solo it. The Red Moon. God damn, how deep does this go? Where the hell are we? Ugh. That surely cannot be Dalma. How? Where are we? The final resting place of Niall Van Dernis. Oh, who's this? Who the hell is this? Oh, looks like a judge. This is a grave of for the undeserving. And for the crime of trespassing upon my God's sanctuary, this place shall be served as your grave too. No. Off with his helmet. Or her helmet. In the hour of his failure, Niall Van Dernis felt the currents of the ether begin to bear away his essence, but before Oblivion could claim the last of him, a divine will reached out to him. And I was born. Then did the words of my God resound in mine ears. Bearing on to mine enemies, crushing defeat, that they might know despair without end, and that claim thee thus the victory of thou wert once denied. Oh boy. Psycho Eyes! Would seem that a little remain of Niall's presence when Bahamut plucked in from the brink of oblivion, and the result was this strange simulacrum. Nevertheless, her aura bespeaks great power. She shines the rage of the elder primal himself. Lord Bahamut, thy wish is my command. None shall escape thine unquenchable fury. Come, ye dull, unthinking beast, bare your teeth. They will avail you not in the calamity to come. let's just see how well this is gonna go. I really have no idea how. Alright. Got 4 people with us this time. Hopefully this is better. No one wanted to help us. This is gonna be plenty of DPS. That pipe's got fucked up already. All the rocks are all over the place. I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm alive. But yeah, there's rocks still alive. All right, well, I survived 2, but I'm not gonna survive 4 of them. No. Wow, I didn't even get a chance to move. We finally did it! Second coil of Bahamut is complete. I don't want that. I don't want that either. No, I actually won that. Sheesh! Finally got past that stupid turn. I'll be cutting out all the failed death, the fatal attempts. Nope, should probably take the picture off, shouldn't I? Poor creature. Would that you had never been born. You had surrendered your physical form and collapsed into ether. When Bahamut denied you death and imprisoned you, what little was left of you in an ethereal shell resembling what, I wonder? Images from your memory, perhaps? But that shell is now broken, and your primal deity seems disinclined to sustain your existence. My primal deity? I kneel to no icon. What need have I begged to the favor of such filth? I'm Nael von Darnus, legatus of the 7th Legion. No. A moment. My thoughts are clouded. This body is not mine own. Could it be that you spoke the truth? Was I ensorcelled by the lesser moon's ancient prisoner? That will not happen again. You speak as if Bahamut no longer controlled you. But that's impossible. Once a power ensnares his mind, it cannot be freed. Unless Bahamut has simply relinquished his claim. What need has he of a broken spirit bound for the ethereal realm? Oh, that I should fall prey to the very influence I sought to purge from the land. The irony is galling. Do not assume that all my actions were chosen for me. It was my will that the Meteor Project was be resurrected. Mine and none other. Yet it seems that my grand designs were destined to fail. Even the ungentle release of death has denied me. Niall, please, you must tell us more of the calamity. I must know the truth of what has befallen the world, and what become of my grandfather, Archon Louisoix. You are Louisoix's grandchild? Ah, the fates are generous with their cruelty. Continue on if you don't have your answers. They await you at terminus at your path, but know that this path leads only to despair. The light of truth was ever harsh and forgiving. Why do you say this? Grandfather will be freed once we put a stop to Bahamut's restoration, will he not? What are you not telling us? Steel yourself, child. Only unbending resolve and merciless strength can conquer what lies ahead. The weak cannot do naught but weep under the pall of their own misery, as did the frail child I once was. Oh! Get speared! Silence, chattering raven. Your wretched wings are broken. You shall soar no more. Ah, crimson moon. The brilliance sears mine eyes. I recognize that voice, Sessa, but never would he say such words. Come, let us finish what we came to do. All will be put alright when the final Hulk lies dormant. Grandfather will be himself again. I'm sure of it. You can only hope, right? Something tells me no. Bahamut regenerates more swiftly than I had anticipated. Let us hope that disabling this coil will slow the process. The display seems different, but the controls appear to mimic the mechanism we found Lanosian Hulk. It shouldn't pose a problem. And how do they know how to operate these things? That's what I want. That's what I want to know. Cecil, forgive me. The moment I beheld Niall's transformation, hope wilted in my heart. I did not believe you could stand against the manifestation of Bahamut's power. For all your fabled strength and skill, I felt certain that I was going to lose you, just as I lost my grandfather. Even he, a man for whom not seemed impossible, was humble before Bahamut's might. And yet, look at how far we've come. There's incredible feats of which we are capable, our boundless potential. 'Twas this capacity for greatness, I believe, that grandfather so dearly wished to protect. With all that has occurred, I have come to understand that much at least. Tis done. Shall we make our way back to the surface and gather our thoughts? We have seen much that will benefit from Urianger's learned perspective. Oh, look who it is. The man himself. Oh, denied. Grandfather, it is you. Then why? I abandon this quest, Alize. I'll not countenance further sabotage of the Coils. Sabotage? But we just must disable the Coils if we're to prevent Bahamut's revival. Your defiance seals your fate. No. No, you're not who I thought you were. My grandfather would never. Foolish girl. How could the White Raven allow herself to be bested by such sniveling opponents? Listen well, we will exist at the pleasure of our one divine will, and the word of Lord Bahamut is absolute. Ugh. Scurry back into your holes, vermin. You have been granted this one reprieve. But should you be foolish as to crawl into my lord's domain again, I will crush the life from you myself. The light in Grandfather's eyes. He suffered the same fate as Niall. My grandsire is no more. That was naught but a phantom that profanes his noble memory. This mockery must be expunged. I will not rest until I see free grandfather's soul from Bahamut's tyranny. Do you hear me, Bahamut? Your time is at an end. Eorzea and my family will be avenged. Ugh. Alright. Truly is wonderful to escape the stifling air and return to Northern Thanalan again, it would appear. I must thank you, Sesla. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. But you need not tarry on my account. The danger has passed. Pray go on ahead and appraise the Rianger of all that has occurred. I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I will rest here for a while. At least I can sell this stuff for money. I don't know how much these two sell, or these two sell for a guild now these days. The Thunderer and the White Raven music scrolls used to sell for a lot of money before. Now, I don't think so. I don't think nearly as much. Oh boy, so I know there's at least like there's at least 20, maybe 30 minutes to cut out of waiting. The triumphant hero doth return, thine eyes speak of the dread task completion. The second coil lieth dormant. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest not, but we're not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast a shadow which falleth now across thy brow? Well, here's what happens. An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but the ethereal shadow of Master Louisva that Alize beheld, an unnatural conjuration enthralled to the elder primal. That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men, even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured? Such torment didn't she near deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if Lady Alice did absent herself from future forays into the Coils. I've come too far to spring into grief for Rianger. My lady, I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would speak the first Coils' late guardian, Niall von Durnus. Von Durnus was the legatus of the Garlean Empire who strove to bring about Eorzeal's final destruction, only to fall even as the six suns did set. If thou hast heard tales of the White Raven, then it is he whom they speak. Aye, he, I say, for Niall was for a certainty no maid. The noble house of Van Durnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Allag. 'Twas thus that the legates came to learn the true nature of Dalamud, and to seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. But the Crystal Tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Niall to construct a far less subtle mechanism. And in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamud, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. And thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. It was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Yet why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Oops, I skipped it. I only hope that the two thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Niall's words, those beloved children of whom he spoke. I assumed at first he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have instead other mortals, we must needs remove this source of worship. Otherwise our efforts to disable the coils shall be for naught. Forgive mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the primal thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire? My heart and mine are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won but by a single method: the destruction of Bahamut and aught that might serve to sustain him. Cecilla, while Urianger and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any of her thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your innatable talents, or whatever it was. Now we have achieved so much I owe to you. I fear, however, that our trials have only barely begun. We're getting there. Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louisoix, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every true Charlian. Yet, when each new revelation served only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain to protect, must we truly reach for more? So, you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secret, for the key that only you and I hold? Given our familial propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that keys may serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them, and Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest to whom the door should never have been opened. Alright. Fragments of truth! Man is wont to cast light wherever so sacred light hidden darkness, though that which he illumineth seldom bringeth him joy, so it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alize undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Cecil, remain by her side as her valiant in a blade, and that she might see her request to its conclusion. You don't have to tell me that. I'm already invested into this. Cecil, it's well that you were here. You were gone for like 5 seconds. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Urianger, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the carton of flats even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internet hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the locations of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. Alas, thou descended to Bahamut's subterranean fastness, didst thou not that the dread primal had bound the shade of Niall Darnus onto his will? And though thou didst consign the fallen legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayest recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. Doubt not, but that Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can't say his name, Urianger. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I will remind you, as I must often remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. You need not worry, Urianger. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalamud. My lady, might I suggest you visit the fragments again in Cecil's company? Full oft hath the warrior life set events in motion by virtue of her presence alone. 'Tis possible that she may do so again. I, the while, shall search for answers of mine own. By your efforts combined, full sure I am that the past shall be revealed to us ere long. Were it anyone else that should question the wisdom of such advice, yet I cannot deny that what you say about Cecil is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now we seek entry to the two fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the Burning Wall in eastern Thanalan, and the other at the Singing Shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could, since I've found something useful to us. Let's begin by visiting my man at the Burning Wall. Dex, I think it was. Great! I hate going over there. Alright, Burning Wall. Thankfully I could fly. Makes passage getting to the Burning Wall so much easier. It's like I'm flying into the abyss. Sir, have you figured out a way to get in? I say, you're not Mistress Riot, my lady's most faithful companion. Sinnes, madam, at your service. And may I say that what an honor is to meet you. How goes the survey, Dex? My lady, it shames me to say that I found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before my very eyes, the way thither has thus proved far from impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of ether to spew north. It was this that gave rise to the land's twisted leg, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So nearing it so far, well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us wait till Mordona to try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinnes has fared better. Upon that note, my lady, there was something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report that I lost contact from the brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the Singing Shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you... Give me strength. We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Cecila. Alright. You didn't seem like you're in a hurry. Alright. Mordona. You keep scouring the crystal. Oh look, this opened up. I think this opened up Ultimate. what'll it be, Cecil? You know, if you have a second. Yeah, I think this opens up ultimate. Cecil, can it be you? You've done. I'm just gonna skip this. I didn't come here to see this. This unlocks the Oh, this is Savage. Never mind. It's Savage. Ultimate gets you stuff like that. This weapon. It's the relics, but it gets a cool little glow to it, so. That other one, that is also the start of the raid, the Crystal Tower raids, which I will do, obviously, but not in this part. This part is just for Bahamut. Next time will be for the Crystal Tower. Crystal Tower, however, is a pretty long because it's raids and there's 3 of them, so it's not gonna be all in one video like this is. I'll probably do like 1 raid per video because they can be pretty lengthy. What am I looking for? There you are. Thank you, adventurer. For a moment there, I feared my bones were about to be ground up and used to bake bread. I am relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. If it pleases you, I shall report my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest of it is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We may try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there's really no telling how deep we need to dig before we need to find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that the gain entry into this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it, we're losing precious time. What are we to do now? 'Tis I, Urianger. Glad tidings have I for thee, my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayest enter the remaining fragments of Dalamud. Pray escort Mistress Alloy to the Central Processing Plant in Northern Thanalan. There all shall be made clear. Urianger has found a way. We must go to him at once. Alright. Back to Northern Thanalan. Looks like we'd live there. Sir, did you find a way? My apologies for summoning you thus far from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin. I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in Northern Thanalan. Nor are you mistaken, my lady. Yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not? Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. I suggest you can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we already explored? It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that the 2 intermittent hulks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this, we did infer that others may be connected and likewise. Thus did we labor along to verify the existence of further tributaries to the self-same stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an untuned destination. That one might reach what you may call the headwater. We propose to employ a modified aetherite which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady, as with all untrided modes of ethereal travel, this method entails a considerable danger, merely to attempt of which would cost you your life. That is a risk I am willing to take. You are brilliant, Urianger. But I am curious, did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help but noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to the majestic, using the majestic plural in our absence. Nay, my lady, as you recall, correctly surmise, I was not alone in this endeavor. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. Alright. So there must be the modified. This must be the modified aetherite. But what are the mortal flames doing here? Those men may be sworn flames of Ul'dah, but they're first and foremost faithful retainers of House Lavalier. Alpha Node, so it was you who was helping arrange Urianger. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your adventure public. Like you, I prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross at Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. Huh, we will speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent and judged to meet the Master Alpha Node would be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down. Do you hear that, Alpha Node? I mean to strike down behind grandfather. And when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say will swing me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still don't know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. God forbid I should ever forget, Alize. But you must understand, I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were my own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desired so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but bond resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objections to striking down whatever is left of the grandfather. Know, however, that I will accompany you this time. As a son of the House Lavalier, I will be present for those final moments. Very well, you may join us on one condition. I make the decisions. If it pleases, my lady, the name's Erkenrod. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. You have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. Oh, joy! Now, the only sad thing about this is the fact that the person that's helped me, apparently they had something to do, so I'll have to wait an hour. I've been waiting for you, Princess Rai. I'm pleased to say that the aetherite's primed and ready. As you know, the remaining intermittent hulks are connected to the fragments in Eastern Thanalan and Wardona. This is the former that we'll be sending you first. Now you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything for Milady's sake if you're not your own. And that's all about I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return just to be on the safe side. Alright, the final coils are unlocked. Alright, so we gotta go into the final coils. Oh shit, I'll have to refinish this. Ugh. Was this Central Dex? I don't know this at all, because I never did this turn. You went straight to Bahamut. So this is how it looks on the inside. This internment hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We are come to the right place. There's no telling how much farther Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let's make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil. There are receptacles similar to these in the previous hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Algans knew what other abominations may be sleeping within. Then they may well be part of Dama's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. All right. What does this place have for me? Because I never did this turn before. Alright. Well, there's the defenses. God, I love this music. The neurokinetic link up. No, I'm stuck. No! Oh, look at all this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at all the dragons. All the wyverns. What was this? Oh, it's a coral. It's a very dysfunctional coral. Imdagud. It's a great name. Paralysis is a bitch. How did I not get hit by that? Maybe die before the spell action went off? Oh, there's more of them. It's offspring. No, you get away from me. I have no idea what I'm doing. But apparently I'm doing something right. Got blasted away. Oh, rude. Oh boy. Whoa. Victory! Hooray! Duty's complete. Okay, sweet. What do we got here? Got a fancy headpiece, which I can't wear at all. By the 12 dragons, and so many. We were aware that the Algans possessed the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. It is plain that no love was lost between the Algans and the dragons, but was it truly necessary to keep with so great a number here? Bahamut did not want for defenses. This was for this we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Algans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling the intruders than these poor creatures. Tell me something, Alizé. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I have not. At first, I assumed that Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Algans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Niall's words gave me cause to reconsider, specifically the shades mentioned of Bahamut's beloved children. From that, I inferred that the primal is getting formed by the will of worshippers, whom we have yet to... Oh. God, struck me down for a blind fool. Bahamut's beloved children right there before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of El would summon Bahamut? Who else but they could sustain him? And to think I wondered why the Algans kept him in prison here. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Algan Empire kept an army of dragons here in perpetual state of duress, that they might sustain their primal's existence. Truly, the Algan's ingenuity knew no bounds, and now they did their cruelty. Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was man who sowed the seeds of the calamity. Will you now turn your hatred towards our own kind, dear sister? Do not patronize me, Alpha No. I merely acknowledge our guilds. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities the Algans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on. Alright. The hell's this? Painter? I don't want that. Go away. Go away. Alright, off to the next one. Oh yeah. The problem with durability is since I don't have a... Once you have all the crafters leveled up to a certain point, you can repair your own stuff. But since I don't have access to that, and I really have no intention of leveling in another class, at least not for the time being, I might do it when I've hit endgame with Cecila and got her caught up with my main and everything else, but not now, not for a long while. So I'll have to keep remembering to hit the vendor every time. It's changing areas, what are you doing? Oh boy. Alright. Turn 2. 2 more tiers to go, and we're done with Bahamut. We're done with Coils. Regeneration grid. This goes in 2 different directions. I guess it doesn't really matter which way to go. No. I guess they lead in the same direction, don't they? God, we're inside a down mud. This is trippy. I've done turn 2 before, haven't I? So I don't remember this at all. I definitely do not remember this, but I could have sworn I've done turn 2 before. Whoa! Shot past them. What now? Maybe we need to go to 2 different ways? Or that. That'll work, I guess. God, this is so weird. Really puts it in perspective just how big Bahamut was. I mean, this thing held Bahamut. Look how freaking big it is. I mean, you can tell how big Bahamut is just by what we've seen, but shit. Yeah, normally this is an 8-man thing, so normally the 2 parties would split up from there. Whee! I'm like stuck on an invisible wall. Uh-oh. Allah. Oh. Oh, fuck. That didn't work. That did not work at all. He's barely damaging it. He's doing 0 damage. That was so inefficient. got earrings. Not interested not interested in any of that loot. Why, this looks like model of download, yes. For a millennium, Bahamut must have gazed upon at this unchanging view. Trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him, unable to move, denied the release of death, how his hatred for man must have burned. And that hatred found an ideal vessel in Niall van Darnus. Or Darnus. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed, but knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of the necessity of our endeavor. Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance. Ooh. Alright. The final Coils of Bahamut, turn 3. Oh. I lied. Didn't it say there was at least 2 coils before? No, I lied. Turn 3. Trace. Is each number? I think is it. Oh, got voice acting now. Main bridge. Menacing looking thing.
なんという大きさだ。おじいさまはこんなものを相手に戦ったのか。
思った以上に再生が進んでいるわね。急いで高速化を停止させましょう。おじいさま。いいえ、違うわ。お前はバハムートの信者。奴に生かされているだけのおじいさまの幻影。優しくて正しくて大好きだった。私のルイゾはおじいさまじゃない。
警告を聞けぬ愚かな孫娘よ。わしを否定するならば、お主らに正義があるというのか。
正しいと信じたからここへ来たのです。エオルゼアを守るために万神バハムートという脅威を見過ごすことはできない。5年前おじいさまは命をかけてバハムートと戦った。これはあなたの正義でもあったはずだ。
さような目先の争いがわしの正義とな。ならば聞け、愚かな孫たちよ。第三西暦の終わり、南方大陸メラシディアはアラグ帝国の侵略を受けた。人は暴虐の限りを尽くし、尊き大地が奪われていく。かの地に住まうドラゴン族は救いを求めて祈った。始祖たる七竜バハムートにな。祈りは始祖を神に変え、 死の淵より呼び覚ました。だが人はこれをも利用した。己の主我のためにさらなる非道を歩んだのじゃ。わしはかつて第七霊祭の到来を防がんと救いを求めて十二神を下ろした。その心とメラシディアのドラゴン族の心に何の相違があろうか。選ばれた種であるという人のおごりこそが主我を増長させ他への理解を失わせる。そして自ら目を伏せて真実を閉ざすのじゃ。人という存在がある限りドラゴン族の憎悪の因縁を断つことはできぬ。ならば人の根絶によって彼らを解き放つ。これがわしの正義よ。
そんなのおじい様の本当の望みじゃないわ。おじい様なら決して人を見捨てたりはしない。だって人の強さを信じていたから。人が力を合わせれば正しい道も開けると信じたから命を懸けて守ったんでしょ。
ざれ言。人を信じることこそまこと愚かしい。人は共に歩むどころか分かり合うことさえできぬ。他を理解できぬがゆえにいたずらに戦火を広げ惨劇を歴史に刻むのじゃ。現に血を分けたお主らですら分かり合えておらぬであろう。エオルゼアを救済するという大義名分を利用し各々の主我で動く。アラグ帝国のそれと何が違う。共にあれと願って授けた魔導書も無用の長物であったようじゃな。
私たち慶米についてはおっしゃる通りかもしれません。ですがおじい様の口からエオルゼアの人々を否定する言葉は聞きたくなかった。そこまでメラシディアのドラゴン族に肩入れするのはバハムートのテンパードにされたからなのですか。それともおじい様が人を超えた存在となったからなのですか。
ほう、その可能性に気づいておったか。わしが何を思い何を成したか、それはエオルゼア神聖の真実へと続く最後の答えじゃ。知りたくば力ずくで暴くがいい。神となりし我が身をほふり真実を奪ってみせよ。
じい様の嘘よ。これじゃまるで万神じゃない。
見るんだ。あれは偽物でも幻影でもない私たちの愛したおじい様だ。だからこそ
おじい様をルイゾワを倒して。
All right. Alright, let's see how bad this is gonna be. Bad news. Chain of Purgatory. I have no idea what this does. Ah. So it's a kind of like, as a kind of thing to end. Oh, I just got fucking. I just got nuked. Rebirth. I'm gonna get nuked again. Well, this wasn't so bad. Alright, that's done. Phoenix is down for the count. Got a shield. Fancy shield. Not that I ever use, though, so.
今度こそおじいさまは消えてしまった。でもこれでよかったのよね。
ここにおるぞハリゼ。わしの可愛い孫娘よ。
おじいさま。
It's the man himself in the flesh.
見事じゃ。光の戦士たち。お前さんたちのおかげでバハムートの支配が解けた。わしがルイゾアとして生きる最後の時間を得られたようじゃ。
じゃあ本当に私の知るおじい様なの？
じい様、一度でも本心を疑うような真似をしたこと、どうかお許しください。
何を言うかアルフィノ。事実わしは万神になりかけたのだ。アルフィノ、アリゼ、二人とも世話をかけたな。
おじい様、教えてください。さっきの姿は一体第7零祭で何が起こったのですか？
ああ、今こそ語ろう。第7零祭の真実を。あれは5年前、ガレマール帝国とエオルゼア同盟軍が争ったカルテノの戦いでのこと。メールの策略により落とされた月の衛星ダラガブから万神バハムートが現れたのじゃ。わしは十二神を召喚してエーテルの檻を作り、奴を再び封印せんとした。しかしあまりに強大なバハムートの力によって檻は砕け散ってしまったのじゃ。わしは残された力で未来に希望を託し、自らの死を覚悟した。
Oh, we're actually going to see it here. Okay, so I don't have to include it at all. Nice. I was going to include this at the end or at the beginning to kind of like show what I was doing or what was talked about, but I guess that was unnecessary. Bahamut just got pierced. Whoa! Nice.
あの時、十二神の檻が砕けたことで、周囲には大量のエーテルが漂っていた。 そこに戦っていた人々とわしの強い祈り、滅びゆくエオルゼアの再生を願う祈りがこうしてわし自身が万神に等しい力を得たのじゃ。不死鳥フェニックス、太古より再生の象徴として崇められてきた幻獣フェニックスと化したわしはバハムートを撃った。奴の体は飛散し、エーテルは大地へと還元された。そう、エオルゼアの神聖が始まったのじゃ。わしはすぐに己の力を手放した。すべてのエーテルを大地の再生に使うため、自らが完全なる万神とならぬためにな。だが万神バハムートの執念はあまりに深かった。奴は消滅の間際でわしを食らった。わしは力を手放しきれず、半神とも言える存在のまま取り込まれたのじゃ。
そしてバハムートのテンパードと化した。
消滅寸前だったバハムートはおじい様が手放した力、すなわちエーテルを取り込み、寸出のところで活力を得た。それによって消滅が止まり、地中に体の一部が残っていたのね。
エオルゼアの大地が変わってしまったのは再生の途中でエーテルが還元されなくなったから。
さよう、活力を得たバハムートは自己を修復するためにその時点で大気に残っていたエーテルを食い尽くした。
だからバハムートは生き延びた。それでも完全には修復できなかったみたいだけど。
あの時すでにエオルゼアの大部分は再生していた。残っていたエーテルだけではバハムートの巨体を維持することはできなかったのじゃろう。だが奴はアラグの仕掛けによって生かされ続けてきた万神。バハムートが完全に消滅しない限り、その存在を維持してきた拘束感が奴の体を探し当てて修復する。地上ではダラガブの破片が刺さっているだけに見えても、この5年拘束感はバハムートを探して地を掘り進んでいた。そしてこの地中深くで奴の神格を見つけ、現在に至ったのじゃ。光の戦士よ、万神バハムートを完全復活させてはならん。人とドラゴン族どちらの罪を問うかではない。この地にお前さんの守りたいものがある限り、奴に勝たねばならんのじゃ。それがわしからの最後の願い。どうかエオルゼアを守っておくれ。最後の拘束間への道を開いた。行くのじゃ。バハムートと第七霊祭を真の過去にするために。アルフィノ、アリゼ、こちらに来なさい。 これからはわしに願ってはならない。それぞれの力でかけがえのないものを見つけ守っていきなさい。できるかね？
はい、おじい様。私は神聖したエオルゼアと共に未来へ歩んでいこうと思います。
アリゼ、お前さんはわしが人を信じていたと言った。心の底に閉じ込められていてもきちんと聞こえておったよ。あれはお前さん自身の気持ちじゃろ。深い怒りと悲しみの先にお前さんはもうかけがえのないものを手にしている。彼らと共に戦い抜きなさい。わしはお前さんの強さを信じているよ。
約束します。だからおじい様も今度こそ安らかに。
かつて万神が散る際のエーテルを浴びることでその力を再現する術があったという。わしは完全なる万神ではないが、二人が守りたいものを守れるようにおまじないをかけておこう。アルフィのアリゼ、わしの可愛い孫たちよ。お前さんたちの未来に光のあらんことを。
行きましょう。最後の高速管へ。
Okay. The final one. Assuming Setsu didn't step away. that was a pretty long thing. No, there he is. The burning heart.
ついにここまでたどり着いたのね。万神バハムート、最後の高速管を止めお前を消し去る。まさか再生中の本体が私たちを止めようとしてる？
大丈夫か？ アリゼ。
Who's calling me?
再生は終わってないのになんて力。ダメ、次の一撃が来たら。諦めてどうするの。戦い抜くって約束したばかりじゃない。
それぞれの力でかけがえのないものを見つけ守っていきなさい。できるかね。
はい、おじい様。今ならちゃんと答えることができるわ。そうよ、私をここまで連れてきてくれた人がいる。エオルゼアの剣として何度も何度も視線を越えて。だから私も信じられる。人の強さを、私の強さを。バハムート、お前にはもう何も奪わせない。おじい様の愛した地を、大切な人が生きる地をお前の恨みで焼かせはしない。
やっと聞くことができたよ。君自身の決断を。大丈夫さ。私たちならやれる。奇跡を起こせる。私たちの心は今同じ場所にある。未来を。
私たちがあなたを届ける。バハムートの神格を打ち砕いて。
Alright, where are we at now? I like how there's like 6 more lights, but there's only 2 of us. And look who it is. It's the big dragon himself, with his awesome music. Okay. This guy hits pretty hard, even for level 80, for a level 80 tank. That's your regen. Buh. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm dead. Zero.
Shining is the land's light of justice. Ever flows the land full of
And it's done! Out of a vine. Bahamut is no more. The final coil of Bahamut is complete. Oh, how fitting. I'll never wear it, but no answers. But oh well. Bound the wrong way. I'm about to the exit.
おかえりなさい。最後の高速管を停止させるわ。神格を砕かれたバハムートを修復する機構はなくなり、メラシディアのドラゴン族たちも真の眠りにつくでしょう。これでやっと本当に全てが終わったんだ。アルフィノは知っていたのね。おじい様が人を超えた存在になったこと。
確信があったわけじゃない。ただ状況から見てその可能性が高いと思っていた。カルテノーの戦いの最後、人々が目にしたのは絶望の光景だったという。そこから世界が神聖する方法を私なりに考えてみた結果さ。
相変わらず 冴えすぎていて嫌になるわね。でもその可能性に気づいたからこそ、私がおじい様に執着することを危険視していた。あなた、真実を知った私が信者になるかもしれないって思ったんでしょ。同行を申し出たのもいざとなったら止めるためね。
すまなかったよ、本当に。今となれば無用な心配だったと思っているさ。だが最後に一つだけ確認させてくれ。君は第七霊祭の真実をどう扱うつもりだい？
第七霊祭の真実とはつまり、エオルゼアを神聖に導いたのが人の祈りから生じた反万神フェニックスだったということ。この事実が知られれば、人は再び祈りを捧げるでしょう。未だ混沌としたエオルゼアを不死鳥の力で再生するために。
だが万神は星の命を食らって権限する。もたらされるのは救いではなく破滅だ。だからこそ祈りを捧げさせてはいけない。エオルゼアを守ろうとしたおじい様を真の万神にしてはならないんだ。アリゼ、君のおじい様を思う気持ちが私たちを第七霊祭の真実へと導く鍵だった。だが鍵は扉を開くためにあるだけじゃない。過去を、知られたくない真相を閉じるにもまた鍵は必要だ。おじい様を思えばこそ私たちだけの真実にする。その鍵でバハムートとおじい様の物語を閉じよう。
大丈夫よ。今ならわかるもの。世界を守るために必要なのは真実を突きつけることじゃなかった。あの日消えたはずの万神バハムートは二度と現れることはない。その結末の他に何かいる？さあ、地上に帰りましょう。きっとウリエンジェが待ちわびてるわ。
All right, let's get out of here. And here we are again. After the descent into darkness, the desolation of northern Thailand seems paradisal. As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in dark over long, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let's recommend that the fragments of Dalamud are sealed off and that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first, we must go and report to Urianger. It would not do well to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down the cerulean processing plant. Ah, the warrior light returneth undimmed from the dark depths of darkness, and by thy triumphant bearing of that, take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, my dear friend. Oh, glad I am of thy safe return, but where pray Master Alpha Note and Mr. Salize? I was just a little bit faster for here, my friend. Forgive us for our lateness. We took the scenic route. Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe. By the heavens, look at you! What horrors your young eyes must have seen! What suffering your young bodies must have been born! Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make for you a poultice which draweth out. Be at ease, my friend. We are hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have grandfather to thank for that. Master Louisoix? Then you met him with him once more? But wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering? I promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend, but first there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deemed it best to bar entry to all the fragments of Dalamud. Something but to this end. A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with this task. Urianger and I will be more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it. But I'm fine, young brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. No, not could be further from the truth, Alize. My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interests at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone. I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you have never failed to remind me of my fondness of diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. Then it's settled, Urianger. Pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. Oop, I skipped the last bit. It's so easy to skip text in this game. Whether it's a simple touch to the touchpad or a misclick. Or mispress, or whatever. Alpha Node. Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister, that which we have just achieved together stands as a testament to that fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end. Of that I am certain. Thank you. There's a place I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. It won't take a moment. Look at her. The landscape is the same. Of course, there is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware that they shall remain long after you and I are gone. The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. Let us take a closer look, shall we? I have no doubt that Alpnol will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity, and such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agreed that it must be so. But the thought the people of Eorzea shall have forever remain ignorant of their deed, or savior, of your deeds, the injustice of it is almost too much for me to bear. How typical of you, Cecila. Ever the heroine. Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. And I want you to know that I will never forget. You are the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home. Yes, this spot will do. For Grandfather, Nael, and the Dragons of Mericidia, for all those who are taken by the calamity. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut was over. The realm, given new life through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter future, brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea, and when I do, I will fight with all my being. You have done so much for me, Cecila. One day I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt but that you will continue to help those in need and grow ever stronger in doing so. I shall endeavor to do the same. And if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alpha Node. When we next meet, I promise I will not disappoint you. Till that day, but fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. And with that, I believe we do not see Alize again until we get closer to Stormblood. Sweet, it is done, uncoiled. Lord Almighty. Oh man, so that is going to be it for this very long part. Oh man, so much dialogue, so much reading. Oh shit. Next time we come back, we will start our quest to unlock Crystal Tower and go through the raids. And once we go through the raids, then we'll be all set to continue with go into the post-game story of A Realm Reborn, because Crystal Tower, unlike the other raids in Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers, Crystal Tower is actually required by story quests. So yeah, I'm gonna next time we come back, we will start our journey to get Crystal Tower fully unlocked and beaten. It's gonna take a couple parts, at least 3, because unlike this one, those are like full-on raids. Those will take a while to do. So yeah, I'm not gonna do them all in one part like I did with this one. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next part. Later.